back, fellow art heads. It's James Kalm. And, well, rarely I'm out of the studio on a weekday afternoon. And we're going to step in here to Loretta Howard. We're going to peruse an exhibition by David Rowe, 4 decades of painting. Well, David was one of the hot young abstract painters when I sort of came on the scene. This is titled Joel, 2016, oil on panel. And, well, I think he's one of the more interesting and kind of dedicated to a particular idea of painting. This is Yield, 1976. Acrylic on canvas, 10 by 41.5 inches. It's titled Koloff 1. Oil on canvas, 1986. Well, I think one of the things that attracted a lot of critical attention to David's work is, well, not only his kind of commitment to, I wouldn't call it minimalist, but reductivist abstraction, but also his process. It's titled Split Infinitive. Oil on canvas, 88 by 116 inches. This is 1990. Also, it was interesting that he kind of started out with acrylic and then at some point has switched over and has been doing some of the paintings in oil. And also, I think along with somebody like David Reid, there's an language of the stroke, kind of relating the brush stroke, the broad stroke to geometric forms. It's titled Dean Street Special, and I wonder if that's referring to the Dean Street out in Brooklyn. This is Fresco on Birch panel. It's kind of nice the way it's got different elevations of the picture plane. We'll take a glance around the main gallery. It's a suite of small paintings on birch panel. They're about 10 by 15 inches. But this is nice because you can get a close-up of his technique. A lot of, I don't know what you'd call wide brushes, wide squeegees and things that he's using. This is titled 9 Below Zero. It's a big painting. It's 90 by 144 inches. And, well, this kind of made me think of Al Held and some of his alphabet series from the early mid-60s. But I like the way that, David leaves a lot of the kind of interesting painterly incidents that happens. I don't know exactly what the term for this kind of a surface is, but obviously there's another surface pressed up against there, and you kind of mush the surface and then pull off the other surface. This is nice with the black and versus the white. This Another big painting. This is titled Wind Cools Itself. Oil on canvas, 90 by 144. And, well, I like the way that he's juiced up his colors from just the black and white to, well, he's got some things almost approaching neon. And, again, we've got these multiple panels. Oh, there's some pencil lines in there. This is titled Point of View. Well, I think David's also one of the people that is really carrying on the tradition of the New York School of Abstract Painting. It's very kind of doctrinaire. You have basic kind of concepts, and I think the part that I like is that you don't get finicky about it. You have your tools, you got your materials, and you just hit the work. This is titled Here and There, Oil on Aluminum, 28.5 by 44 inches. And, well, he's got some kind of a screen that he's laid over here and laid these dot patterns on top of his broad swirling brush strokes. This is titled Catskill 2015, oil on canvas 66 by 100 inches. So this is the recent work, and well, yeah, there's some kind of maybe a resist that he's using there, or maybe he's doing a rinse. Some artists I know will make a stroke like this, let it sit for a couple days, and then they'll come back with solvent and wash off part of it, and there's some pedimenti here with another layer that's underneath. This piece is 55 grand. This is titled Elector, 2013, oil on canvas 83 by 63. And well, this is nice because we've got some kind of angled, strangely angled corners. But again, we've got, it looks like joined panels here. Look at the seams. Kind of a nice mix of the glazed against the matte surface and nice color. This is James Kalm reporting on David Rowe. 4 decades of painting here at Loretta Howard. Okay, well, we're going to continue our afternoon stroll here at Cheim Reid. We're going to look at some Al Hell black and white paintings, 1967 to 1969. This is BMW 5, 1976. acrylic on canvas, 114 by 114 inches. And, well, this is the work that first came to my attention by Al. And, well, one of the interesting things about, well, a gallery like this here at Cheim Reid is that they've done a couple of shows and they've actually sort of focused on some of the various periods of his work. But I think that his black and white is when he really kind of stepped into the forefront and became, I would say, probably one of the top 4 or 5 American painters at the time. Let's look at the large gallery. Oh gosh, look at that. There's Irving Blum, the great Irving Blum that was the curator at the Ferris Gallery back in its glory days. Well, that was extremely interesting to see Irving Blum here. It's a real icon of contemporary American art. I was just at the Modern about a week ago and I saw the series of Campbell's soup cans that he donated. I think they were from Andy Warhol's first pop art show at the Ferris Gallery. This is BW9. This is 114 by 136 inches. Well, you know, it's interesting because I haven't seen a lot of these pieces in real life, and I did see a lot of Al's later work from the 90s and the aughts, and that work was strangely much smoother, and he was squeegeeing on most of the flat areas of color. But if we look at these, this is black and white 11, 1968. You can see there's a lot of handwork and kind of fudging a little of this. When you see these from a distance, you can't really pick that up. Oh, this is nice. We've got a couple of curved lines in there. This is black and white 11. 114 by 114 inches. 1967, 68. And well, we can see that he's made some alterations to this painting. You know, he's got some pedimenti. Let's run into the back room. You know, it's wonderful to see these installed in a space like this, because something like this really does demand a 20-foot tall wall, 18-foot tall wall. Oh, this one actually has a title. This is Phoenicia 11. And, well, again, we've got some curved lines. This is Phoenicia 7. And, well, I've been watching or looking at Al's work, and it's interesting to see how he evolved out of kind of a chunky action painter, and then he expanded his scale and kind of cleaned up his lines and did a whole series of huge pieces. I think they were called the letter pieces or the alphabet pieces. And then he transitioned into this, the isometric geometrical pieces. Oh. Esopus. Acrylic on canvas, 114 by 143. And, well, Al Held was also well known for his huge paintings. And you can go back to one of the former Kalm reports that I did on, I guess it would be the paintings of the early 60s, the Alphabet series. And well, I said then that these pieces are so big that they almost have an architectural quality, something like building a bridge or laying out the steel structure for a skyscraper. It's black and white 14. Well, this is only 96 by 96. I think that might be the smallest piece in the show. (1968). This is James Kalm reporting on Al Held black and white paintings, 1967 to 1969. Here, Cheim Reid, 547 West 25th Street, on the west side of Chelsea. Okay, now we're going to bop into Sikkema Jenkins Company and see a show by Amy Sillman titled Stuff Change. Well, I've got a wall installation of, gosh, I don't know, but I would say there's got to be at least 50 drawings here. And, well, Amy is someone that does a lot of drawing and works on paper as part of her practice. I guess I would actually call these paintings on paper. Well, she got some collage in there. Go in and look at the paintings. Oh, geez, they've got the stroller brigade is out today. a young art critic here. This is titled Three-Legged Blue, 2015-2016. Oil on canvas, 75 by 66 inches. Well, Amy's one of the Williamsburg painters that's kind of come to prominence. And I think she had an exhibition at the Hirshhorn Museum 4 or 5 years ago. It's a work on paper. This is also three-legged, 30 by 22. And, well, I like the way that she's gone back in with the white, kind of working over the stains and the bleeding ink. Figure times 2, 75 by 66. One of the things that a lot of people appreciate about Amy's work is that a lot of this kind of fluctuates between some kind of eccentric figuration and straight abstraction. One of the things that I've always liked about her work is that she definitely knows how to paint. She's got a lot of various surface things that she uses, pedimenti, scraping, overpainting, wiping. She gets a wonderful, luscious surface. And she also is a pretty good colorist. This is Untitled Blue with Legs. Oh, that shot of vermilion is nice. This is titled Split times 2, 75 by 66. Well, I was thinking about the size of these paintings, and I was thinking about something that de Kooning said. There's some charcoal, and that was that he only worked on paintings that were or canvases that were as wide as he could reach with his arms. And I think that's because he had a real connection between being a human being and someone that actually makes and touches the paintings, as opposed to someone that was just blowing up images. This is titled Back of a Horse Costume times 2. Some other people have said that they read echoes of Philip Guston in some of this. And, well, I can't disagree, but I think I see more of the early Guston, the Guston before 1951 when he switched over to abstraction, rather than the late Guston. This is a work on paper titled Rome Number 10. Pastel and gouache on paper, 30 by 22. Table 2, 2015, 75 by 66. And gosh, somehow I looked at this and was thinking of Matisse, maybe one of his Algerian women, or the piano lesson. Amy's very good with these kind of mixed down grays. tinted grays. We'll just walk down and look at the row of works on paper. It's got collage elements. Oh, I like the cutaways. Untitled April drawing for version 2. Gouache, ink, and pastel on paper. So we've got the nice broad ink strokes. It looks like some charcoal and pastel. Tough Girls, 2014-2015. And again, we'll get up and look at some of the surfaces she's created. And yeah, I like this green line here. I wonder what that represents. Oh, run into the back room. We've got a suite of red ink paintings on paper. This is titled Gray Cloud. Oh, this has got some very subtle stuff happening. Oh, this is fun. We've got kind of an installation. This is titled Panorama, section of 14 from a series of printed and painted works. Okay, so I guess some of this bold black linear stuff is digital prints and photo collage. And each of the panels are 79 by 59 inches. Actually, it's a nice installation here. I always wonder if it would make a big difference if this was all laid out on one straight wall. I guess because these are printed that you could sort of repeat these to infinity. And so, yeah. See, this little brick pattern up in the corner tells me that that and that piece are printed on the same image. These two are mirrors of each other, kind of reversed and stuck together. James Com reporting on Amy Sillman. Stuff change. That's Sikkema Jenkins and Company. 530 West 22nd Street in Chelsea. Thank you, Kate. Oh, you rock, Meetles, you rock.